Many people like to blend in with the crowd, but if you are going to land a job in this stiff job market, you are going to have very sharp interview skills. According to Reuters, there was a man named Kurt Kruger who was wanting to recruit an employee, and he put up an ad online, and he was advertising for 3 internships, and he received 200 resumes. So the job market is going to be very tight. But with proper preparation, you can develop the interview skills you need to land the perfect job. Now, with my research I've done, expert opinions that I've asked, and one-on-one interviews with supervisors, looking to find just the right employee, I think I can help you get those interview skills really good so that you can get a job. Now, today, this is what we're going to go over. We're going to go over planning and preparing for the interview, how to stand out from the other applicants, and then how to correctly follow up after the interview. Now, the first thing you should do in preparation is to do your homework, do research. You need to be able to ask knowledgeable questions when you arrive. Therefore, check out their website. If you know the person's name that's going to be doing the interview, go ahead and get a little information about him as well. Second of all, when you are preparing for that day, make sure your resume is professionally done and up to date with all your skills and experience listed. The next thing, proper attire. For this day, your attire is not where you show your personality. It should be conservative, neat, and professional. I have prepared a visual to show you some attire that would be acceptable for business wear for an interview. You can look at this later, and I've also prepared handouts for you, the 20 best tips on how to dress for success at a job interview. The other thing you want to do to be fully prepared is to practice. Go ahead and get a full-length mirror. Sit in front of it and go over and over your body language and your answers. You can also role play with a friend, having that friend ask you questions that most interviewers are going to ask, like, tell me about yourself. But the most important thing there is to practice. Now, how are you going to stand out from all these other applicants we talked about? Well, the first thing you need to do is learn how to present your skills and experience with confidence. Again, that comes through just practicing saying that your skills and labeling them. The next thing you can do is be very enthusiastic and friendly. Those are traits that all companies desire. And so you want to make sure that that day you are showing those traits. Also, the interview is where you let your personality shine. What makes you different? What makes you unique? We're not going to show it in our clothing, we're going to show it in our personality. So make sure that you're comfortable enough to show your true personality. Now, during the interview, first impressions are vital. Therefore, you need to ensure promptness. I recommend that you arrive about 15 to 20 minutes earlier than the appointed time. Sit in your car, collect your thoughts, but that way you are making sure that you're going to be on time. If an emergency arises, like a broken down car, immediately call the interviewer to reschedule. Something that is pretty simplistic, but I want to point out, make sure that you never chew gum or yawn during an interview. That can leave a very bad first impression. Also, be friendly from the moment you arrive on their property, starting with the person that shows you where to park your car to the receptionist that shows into your interview. So make sure you're very friendly. Now, you've made it. You've landed the interview, you're inside. What do? First thing, when I talk to supervisors, they're looking for eye contact. That shows your confidence. Make sure that your posture is up straight, your eyes are fully engaged with that of the interviewer. You want to use good body language. You want to make sure you smile, you want to make sure you nod, and even lean forward a few times to show your interest in what the person is saying. It's never advised to do too much talking. It's better to answer questions very concisely and accurately. Again, you want to be enthusiastic. You have to sell yourself. So be very enthusiastic about your skills and experience. During the interview, you want to listen carefully. You never want to ask a question that has already been addressed. Also, you want to be positive about past job experiences. Never talk negatively about a past job or especially a past employer. And finally, it is recommended that you do not discuss salary or benefit packages on the first interview unless the interviewer brings it up. The interview is over. How can you properly follow up so that you will not fall into the cracks? Well, according to a recruiter, Yolanda Black, she said the candidate selection, when she's selecting a candidate, 50% of her choosing is based on skill set. Another 25 to 30% is the interview process, but that leaves a 20 to 25% for what happens after the interview. That's the follow-up. The applicant, within a 24-hour period, needs to make a quick phone call. You're probably going to get a voicemail. Just thank the interviewer for their time. Immediately, you want to follow that up with an email or a written note that states and reiterates your skills, what you can do for that company, and thanking him again for his time. Although the job market may seem bleak in this current status of a 10.2 unemployment rate right now, according to the U.S. Department of Labor, you can do well with good interview skills. The same way in college that you gain confidence with each and every exam you took, with each and every interview, you're going to get stronger and you're going to have more confidence. And finally, I would like to wish you well as you enter the job market. Congratulations on your graduation from college.